Hi everyone, it's time for today's video based on New York Times connection game. It's basically a game where you create four groups of four words from 16 given words. You have seen the thumbnail, so you know what the first group we are discussing is. Watch to the end of this video and I will also tell you the other three groups of four words, what each word means, and what they have in common. These are all the words that have to do with a little bit of a beverage. Drop. Now, beverage basically means little bit of liquid. So, right, like when you have a drop, can I have a drop of water? A drop of, I didn't have a single drop of alcohol. I'm not drunk, right? Drop. So drop is a unit for liquid, right? You also have teardrops, right? That's also drop. Dew drop, the beautiful thing that sits on flowers because of the humidity and moisture. And then I've done several videos on drop. To drop means to drop means my hand falls, but I drop my hand. So you drop something. But also we have the verb drop off. Did you drop off that book? And then we have the verb to drop in. I like to drop in your class. Is that a drop in class? So drop in. When you drop in, that means that you kind of just casually join something without actually registering, becoming a member. You just drop in, drop by. They just drop by so we can hang out, drop by, right? Drop by means that, just going and seeing somebody. And then drop out. Did you just drop out? You were taking the math class. I just dropped out. Dropped out, leaving the course, right? And then, so drop also is a verb that is used for, now we are using like, when the movie Dune 2 came out, we could say the movie Dune 2 just dropped, or the trailer for this comedy just dropped, this book just dropped. It's always drop, right? Drop it, as in stop it. Don't talk about this. You just dropped me, as in you just lost interest in me. And I just dropped chemistry. I couldn't study it. Dropped, right? So that's all of those things are dropped. So I just wanted to thank you for taking English seriously and working on your English and watching my videos and everything. I know how frustrating it can be, how difficult it can be. I've been doing this for more than 40 years. I mean, take the case of the drop that I just told you, right? It's so complex. You have drop, the verb drop, the noun drop in, drop by, drop off. So English can be confusing, can be frustrating. To master is not easy. To learn English is quite easy, but to start learning English is quite easy, but to master English is not easy. I've been doing this for more than 40 years, and I can tell you that it takes dedication and it takes work. So keep coming back, keep watching my videos, keep working on yourself. Watch English movies in English language with English subtitles. Think in English. Don't use a dictionary. Come back here, watch these videos, keep working, and your English is going to be better than the native speakers because you're going to do something, you're actively learning while they were born into it. So your English is going to be better than that. They will come to you. The next word for a little bit of beverage is splash. I just have a splash of champagne. Or can you just give me a splash of orange juice? So splash means, a tiny bit, a drop. But then to splash, wow, he landed with a splash, as in with a big show. It was a huge deal, right? Did you just splash me like you were driving your car and you splashed all over me, right? That's splash. Then we have splash, as in splash. And so it's like, hey, like when you're in a swimming pool, you splash somebody, you throw water at them, right? So to splash And a splash, that was a splash. That was like fanfare. That was big, right? And splashing, pouring water, putting water, and then splash of water, splash of. Can I have a splash of orange juice? The next one for a little bit of beverage, spot. Spot is usually, spot means like, maybe you make a spot or something. I don't really use that for beverage, but spot has so many meanings. Pick a spot. We're going to go for a picnic. Spot, a place, right? And then that's a spot. Hey, there are some spots on your shirt. What is it? Is it blood? No, 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 it's tomato juice. Spot. Hey, you missed the spot. That's an expression. It kind of, when somebody's cleaning your room and then like, hey, you missed the spot. You didn't quite do the right thing, the good thing, complete thing. So, and then we have the adjective spotty. The connection here is spotty, so it's kind of like a sporadic. You don't quite hear everything. And then we have the verb spot. I think I spot your ex. Spot as in seeing somebody. Spot. Uh-oh, I just got spotted. They just discovered who I am. The next one for a little bit of beverage, sprinkle. Now, sprinkle is used for water. The most common thing is sprinkler. When there's fire, the sprinklers start shooting water in your lawn. You have a sprinkler. Sprinkle is usually, a sprinkle of water, sprinkle of orange juice. And also the verb sprinkle means to sprinkle water, to throw water out, to jet water out. Hey there, friend. Nice to meet you. I am Hamid. Sorry for the interruption. If you are enjoying this video and are looking to take your English fluency and vocabulary to the next level, I've got something special for you. I offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions tailored to your unique goals and interests. Whether you're focusing on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or all around communication skills, I'm here to help you master English in a way that's fun and effective. Ready to elevate your English? Click on the link in the description below to book your session with me today. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English. And these words are all shades of red. Brick. Now, brick could be, the color of brick. That's where the shade of red is. So brick is, the thing that you make a wall with. That's why you have a bricklayer. Some of you, lays the bricks. Now in technology, we have come to use brick as a piece of technology that stops being useful. So like your phone can turn into a brick. We use that as a brick. And be careful, don't mix brick with break and all that things. Brick, and then we have the expression brick and mortar. So we say, this business is a brick and mortar. It's a building. It has a real, structure. It's not just virtual. It's not a virtual business. And then you throw a brick at somebody's window. The next one for shade of red is cherry. Now, cherry is the, color of cherry, that kind of a dark burgundy color. Cherry, cherry is that fruit that you eat. Could be black cherry or could be cherry sweet, black cherry is sour. Then cherry it's basically somebody's virginity, okay? Now, it's not always in the bedroom, but it's also could be cherry. Hey, you got my olive oil cherry. I've never had olive oil before that. Or, hey, that was my tennis cherry. I'd never played tennis before. Or, hey, that was my Cards Against Humanity cherry. I'd never played Cards Against Humanity, right? And then we have the expression cherry, and that's just a cherry on top. So you mean you're going to fire me and then, and then you're going to, I don't know, burn down my house? Yes, that's just a cherry. I'm sorry for being so dark, but cherry on top. So you mean you're gonna hire me to this job, give me $10,000, and also put me on TV? Yes, just the cherry on top to make something even better. And then shade of red rose, which is, pink basically. It's not red. Actually, no, sorry. Rose, I'm mixing it with Spanish. Rose in Spanish is pink. But in American, like rose, like the color of a rose, like a beautiful rose, that's red, right? And rose, it's basically, bed of roses. It's usually rose is that flower. We don't have a lot of different things with it. I think in wine, a rosé is pink rose, but that's a different thing. As I said, bed of roses. Life is not a bed of roses. I think it's not, everything's not so simple, so easy. And then rose and rose, ROWS. That's ROSE, which is a flower, but it could be ROWS. That means rows and rows of people were there. Rows of column, rows and column. There's, a spreadsheet has rows and columns. So rows is a plural of row, and rows of chairs, rows of people, groups. And as I said in the spreadsheet, row is, this, column is this. And then shades of red is ruby. Ruby is a shade of red, and ruby is definitely shade of red. And ruby is basically a jewelry or a precious stone, if you will. That's, and then we use the word ruby red. That car was ruby red that was stolen. Then we have this thing called choicest, as in the, all awesome. So the first one is best, of course, best. Best is from good, better, and best. You're the best, right? And then sometimes we have the sort of an informal way of you're the bestest, which is wrong, but people use it. BFF, best friend for life or something. They use that a lot in America. To my best. Will you do this work to my best? To my best means I will do my best. Despite my best efforts, I couldn't do it. Despite my best intentions, I couldn't get him to accept our contract. And you can best somebody. I just got bested, man. He was better than me. Bested. And then we have best man. Best man is the person who, goes with the groom in a wedding. That's a best man. The next one for choice, yes, is cream. So that's the cream de la crop. These people who are in this room are the cream of the crop. They're just at the top of their game. They're the best in business, best of what they do. Cream, of course, is, like you have your coffee or your tea with sugar and cream. So cream is that stuff that which is kind of like a milk, kind of more solid than milk. Cream is also could be a color, right? And this is why, this connection games is trying to confuse you. Cream, and then cream of the crop, creamy, something which is very creamy and very rich. We use the word rich and creamy. And then cream, and then we have ice cream, which is from the same thing. And then choices could be pick. This is my pick. So pick comes from, can you pick something? Can you pick a restaurant? Can you pick a movie? Pick, select, choose. You're my pick. I chose you. This book is my pick. What is your favorite color? Purple is my pick. So pick and take your pick. So pick can be a verb. If it just pick, don't pick on him. As in, don't bother him. Don't annoy him. Don't do nasty things to him. I was picked. I was chosen. Pick up, you pick up a book. You drop a book, and the opposite of that is you pick up. Pick up and drop. And then we have this expression, pick me up. I was a pick me up. That was something that, made me feel better. And then, can you pick me up at school tomorrow? Pick up, right? Like you pick somebody up and give them a ride. And then we have this sort of a flirty men that pick women up. You just try to pick me up. Okay. And then pick off means kind of like shoot somebody, like I just picked them off, I shot them. The next word for choice, yes, is top. You're the top on top of you're on top of your game. Top, being the top. You're the top model. You're the best model. We picked you. You're your our pick. You're top. Top has a meaning. Top is the opposite of bottom, and in certain lifestyle that has certain meanings, sort of alternative lifestyles, if you will. Top is also my shirt is my top. You know, what is he wearing on top and on top of something, right? You are top, but you are also on top of, you're on top of your game, right? To top it all off, as in to even make it even better, to top it all off. And the last one, the group, is the words that end with bath. So bird bath. Now, bird bath, I think it's like where they're like, I don't know if you have like hummingbirds and they can take a bath. Bird, of course, is the, bird doesn't have a lot of meanings. Bird means, like a dog or like an eagle. Chicken basically is a bird. And then we have the expression, did somebody not teach you about birds and bees, which is, kind of naughty stuff for children. And bird is used for women in England. Like, oh, look at the bird there. We use that as like a beautiful woman. She's a bird. And then bubble bath, which is like, you pour, I don't know, chewing gum bath, whatever, bubble gum in it, and bubble gum, bubble bath in it, and, you take a bubble bath. Bubble is, I make bubbles, right? Bubble. We have an expression, adjective, bubbly. Somebody's very bubbly, which is like they're very open and they're very exuberant. That's a bubbly personality. And then we also have the expression bubble. He lives in his own bubble. Like he has his own world. He's not in touch with the reality. They are in their own bubble. The next one is mud. Mud bath. You take a mud bath where you cover yourself with mud. Mud is MUD. Mud means, mud, clay. These are things that, you get, when you walk on the beach, you kind of get mud on your feet because there's sand and water and turns into mud. But clay is like what is kind of like mud is what you use to make a ceramic or statue or something. And then mud, that's mud. And then you have mod, which is short for moderator. On computers, like, when you're in a chat room, there's a moderator who moderates, make sure nobody, step out of the line. So that's a moderator or a mod. But then when you work with computer games, there's this thing called mod, which is short for modification. So what are the mods on this? And the last one for sponge bath. And sponge bath is the type of bath that you take with a sponge. And sponge is that, spongy thing. It's kind of hard to describe, but you use a sponge to wash the dishes. You use a sponge to clean the kitchen, the bathroom. Sponge. But also sponge can be, he's like a sponge. Everything I tell him, he learns it. Like he just attracts it and digests everything. Okay? So I hope you learned something. I hope you come back tomorrow.